Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob, and in this video, we're going to talk about how Moderna absolutely popped off today. Okay, so it's been doing well the entire past week, but today they just released some great news, and the stock popped 20% after hours, after climbing 9% during the day, during the market open. Okay, so yeah, as you can see here, I have my phone mirrored. We're on the Robinhood app. Moderna at $49 right now, again up a total of almost 30% today. That's insane. So I'm gonna go over some of the news that led to this crazy price action, and then I'm gonna show you guys my positions. We're gonna talk about how I'm personally gonna go into the weekend and next week with these positions and how I plan on playing it. And yeah, we'll just go over the news, and then after we'll recap the chart that you guys can see in the back. That's a trading view chart that I featured. It's still all the same markings that I had from my video I made 2 weeks ago talking about why I bought and invested in Moderna in the first place. So we'll look at that in the end, and just talk about again the future of this, and just be stoked on the fact that we're in this position, and that we got in early prior to this pop. Okay, so yeah, let's scroll down here to the news. I wanted to cover this Wall Street Journal article that was released just an hour ago. So it's titled, "Moderna Gets U.S. Funding for Experimental Coronavirus Vaccine." Moderna Inc. said Thursday it reached an agreement to receive as much as $483 million in funding from a federal agency to accelerate the development and production of its closely watched experimental vaccine against the new coronavirus. The federal funding will cover advancing the vaccine through a series of studies to potential approval by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. And then I'm going to read this quote here, read by their CEO. This grant is enabling us to aggressively fund the best and largest clinical studies that we can do. Moderna Chief Executive Stephanie Bancel said in an interview, "We can fund the manufacturing process so we can make as much product as we can." Okay, so again, in the video I made a couple weeks ago, and as we talked about in that video, the government was already in talks with a bunch of these big pharmaceutical companies that had a potential vaccine on the way, or almost anyone in the space who could solve any issue regarding COVID-19 and the coronavirus. Okay, because it's such an impactful, globally impactful crisis, and it makes sense with the government printing trillions of dollars. They're printing money for everything and anything right now, that they would put some of that money and all the funds they have at their disposal to these companies that are researching and developing these vaccines and potential cures for what is right now causing this global economic crisis. Okay, so again, it's not surprising at all to me, and I'm sure not you guys either, that the government stepped in and is giving a direct line of funding to Moderna and Gilead and some of these other companies that just announced. It was specifically Moderna and Gilead that the government specifically announced giving lines of funding to. They're the two top players. They're the two top U.S. players in terms of creating a potential vaccine. So that is, again, that is why this price action is so well warranted, and it makes so much sense. Again, this is kind of just what we were talking about in the video a couple weeks ago. Like, it makes so much sense that the U.S. would use all of the resources at their disposal to get a vaccine made and passed and through the entire process, because it is a very extensive process, as fast as they possibly can, just to ease some of the tension that is on literally the entire world right now. Okay, so this price action is extremely well warranted. It's well deserved. This company is doing a great thing and a great service to humanity, so it deserves its price to go up. And for us that we're able to get in early, we're stoked, because we're obviously reaping the benefits of this right now. Okay, so that's the news. That is the specific news that led to this price pop. And then I'll show you guys my calls, my option calls. Okay, so again, I did cover these in my video a couple weeks ago, but I'll just go over them now, because I actually added to my position over the past like 10 days since I made that video. Okay, so I have 15 buys, 15 calls that expire on July 17th. These both expire on July 17th, so these are two separate contracts. I have 15 contracts that are $50 calls, and 5 contracts that are $48 calls. Moderna is obviously at about $49 right now, so right in between, right in that sweet spot. These contracts should do extremely well at market open tomorrow, and I'm honestly assuming with this good news and this a movement this rapid after hours, the stock is going to perform extremely well tomorrow once the news is more digested by more investors and more people. So I have to assume, unless something goes catastrophically wrong, which honestly wouldn't be too crazy in these times because everything's pretty crazy right now, but I'm confident that this will do well tomorrow, and I'm very happy with my position and that we got in early. And I really hope some of you guys got in early as well. I want to say that if you weren't able to catch this one early, don't worry, because there's always more opportunities like this out there, right? There's always these revolutionary industries. I'm actually going to make a video pretty soon about talking about my favorite what I call revolutionary industries. That's exactly what they are in my mind, or just world changing. They're wave making. They make a difference in the world, and I personally think that those are some of the only companies you should touch, the truly revolutionary ones. Okay, so I will make a video about that in the future. But just to say, if you didn't catch this boat early enough, don't worry. There's always going to be more coming. Okay, so and I'll always do my best to let you guys know as soon as I do, or as soon as I'm turned on to one of these industries or projects. You guys will be the first to know. Trust me. Okay, so again, yeah, this tomorrow, being Friday, going into the weekend, I probably will, out of my 20 contracts, I am planning on taking at least 5 off. So I'll take some profits. I'm very happy with the profits I've seen so far, and tomorrow again should be even better. So I will reduce my position by at least 5 contracts by at least 25%, maybe even 50%. I might sell 10 of my $50 calls. But again, we'll see when tomorrow comes. And again, I'll let you guys know on the Instagram page too. If you guys want to check out the Instagram, that's just go to my YouTube. It's on the header thing. So the channel art part, and it's in the header, and you can go to the Instagram. It's called Waves Capital. Okay. So I'll keep you guys posted on there, because I do post there more than I post actual videos on here, just because it's a lot easier, it's a lot quicker. So I'll keep you guys posted on that in regards to what I'm doing with my positions. But yeah, again, you guys just be stoked that we caught this early. I'm just super thankful that again, this is what research can pay off here. So yeah, super stoked to see what happens tomorrow morning and over the course of these next weeks, as they use that funding to hopefully expedite the development of this vaccine a little more. Okay, so we'll close out the phone now. I'll lock that up, and then we'll actually go to this chart in the back that I was talking about. So I don't know why that isn't locking, but I'll just put that in the corner for now and put myself over cha. So as you can see here, again, these are the lines that I drew on Moderna, like probably 3 weeks ago now. When's this from? So from March 10th to, I probably drew these around the beginning of April, I would say, or late March. But these are just some basic trend lines that I saw. Again, from a technical perspective, Moderna has been killing it. They've been doing super well. And again, always going back to that video that I recorded a couple weeks ago. The technicals look great. The fundamentals were obviously great. They were in talks to potentially partner up with the U.S. government, and everything was just in line. And it has, again, I probably posted the video around like here, and it really has been following kind of this beam trajectory pretty well. And it's actually now up here. It's at $49. So as you can see right above my fat head, it's $49. So we're actually right here right now. And I had us projected to hit about $50 on April 24th. So it's nice that we're just about a little over a week early. But I mean, it just feels good. Again, putting in the research, putting in the time to researching these things and doing the TA, doing the fundamental analysis. And granted, there was some luck involved here, but it's not luck if you were expecting it to happen, right? So again, just super stoked on this. Thankful for this position. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. If you guys are curious about the options I was talking about and haven't been following the channel, or maybe those options contracts are new to you, I do have a course on it. It's like $25. It's very cheap. You get a direct line of access to me through that. But I also have a free video talking about how to trade options on my YouTube channel too, like on this channel. You can go watch that. So go watch that first. Go watch all the content you can prior to purchasing any course of any kind, even mine. But yeah, I would appreciate it if you check that out. It's a good way to support the channel if you appreciate this content. And I'd always appreciate it if you liked and subscribed as well if you want to catch more of this content. Again, I'll do my best to always try to bring you guys these kind of super bullish, super high momentum, super revolutionary stocks and industries as again, as soon as I'm turned on to them myself. Okay, so appreciate you guys for watching. As always, drop a comment down below if you have any questions, just want to talk about anything, talk about how stoked you are on the performance of your portfolio right now if you did have Moderna in it. And always remember, you guys, make waves in these markets. Until next time, peace. Damn it, dude.